Hello, crafty friends. I'm Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and I welcome you to my craft room. It's time to get creative. It's time to get inspired and share all those beautiful creations with others. So come on in. This will be a recorded version. And so if you're watching the replay, just say hello. Let me know where you're from if you're new to my channel so I can welcome you. This should be set as a premiere at 8 a.m. So hopefully if you are live watching the recording at 8 a.m., just play in the comments or, talk in the comments because I'm planning on being there to chat with you. So let's get started. We are using a fabulous new embossing folder, the Sunflower 3D. Let's see, let's go on this side. There we go. Okay, this is fabulous. It just came out on July 1st and it is a must-have. It's only a $12 folder, which is fabulous. So we are going to, on my supposedly Wednesday live, I shared, yes, what did I do with them? I shared these beautiful cards right here where we just embossed and used a blending brush to add that gorgeous color to them. So I just kind of pretty much, I do like the lemon lime twist. I just stuck with the bold brights and I love them. I think they make a great, quick and simple set of cards that will definitely brighten up anybody's day. Okay, I was starting to fall off my stool there. So let's get talking about this folder. We are going to have already pre-embossed some designer paper with the Unbounded Beauty designer paper. It's a carryover from last year, and you can find it in the online store. Here's like the flip side of it right here. Let's see, I think I gotta go this way. There we go. I think it's gorgeous with the designer paper. We're going to use this peach pie side here tonight, okay? Because I want to be able to show, yeah, I think we're going to go peach pie. Yeah, we're doing peach pie because that's what I have ink out. So we're going to start with the emboss side. This is the side that's got the raised edge, okay? So let me move this embossing folder out of the way, and then we're going to add a little heat to it too. So not to this one, but to another one, okay? So I want to add a little bit of color to highlight this. So I'm going to take our peach pie ink pad, and I'm going to take and run very, very lightly. You almost don't want to touch the designer paper, okay? And we're going to just simply drag it across. All right, just a really, really light touch. Okay, and just get those highlights. And don't expect to get them all, okay? And I think this just adds so much to the designer paper. It just makes that embossing folder just pop out now. Look at that. Isn't that simply gorgeous compared to like that? It just really pops. Okay, that's all we're going to do that one, okay? So I would simply, I'm not going to complete all the cards, okay? We're going to simply layer this onto some peach pie. So this designer paper is 3 3/4 by 5 inches, okay? And then the cardstock, the peach pie cardstock, which was last year's in color, is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, okay? I don't think we're going to finish. I'm going to just flip it over to the back side and just make sure that glue really adheres well, okay? So if you're finding that you love these items, just make sure to go to my online store and go to createwithnancy.com and click on that shop now button, and it will take you to the online store, okay? And hopefully maybe later on I'm going to get a chance to put a shopping list in the comments, okay? All right, what are we gonna do with this? We're gonna just set that aside, okay? Now, let's take the deboss side, all right? I kind of like, we're gonna add some ink to this as well. So this time the ink is gonna hit the flat surfaces more than pretty much, okay? You really want to continue with that very, very light touch so it doesn't get down in that impression, the debossing, okay? Because we want the, we want that designer paper to stand out, okay? All right, I'm liking this. This looks good, just like, looks great like this. All right, look at that. Isn't that just fabulous? Let's hold up the two so you can see the difference. What a difference it makes to do that and make that pop. But let's pop it a little bit more, okay? Let's turn this into an absolute wow in no time, okay? All right, so we're gonna do, let's see. Now we're gonna pull in our Versamark pad, okay? We're actually going to, we're gonna do it to this first, and we're gonna drag along this as well. I feel like this is rubbing. So make sure, really light touch again, okay? And just take your time. You don't want too juicy of a Versamark, okay? Make sure it's not too juicy. All right, and we're gonna take some clear embossing powder. So I'm gonna pull in my powder pail tray here, and I'm completely covering this. I absolutely love this effect. It does use quite a bit of embossing powder. I've just been embossing away like crazy. Okay, can you see what that looks like? It's all embossed. But I'm going to just set that aside because now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the Versamark again, and we're going to just go over this lightly again. All right, just lightly. And then let's add some more powder. I think I'm going to have to get more powder. Here we go. And give it a tap to get rid of any of that excess off from there. I know, I started with a full bottle because I've hardly used this. I have used a ton. I guess there's more there than I think, right? Okay, the trays I love. It kind of keeps the powder all together. And using a grid sheet also keeps my desk clean. So when I'm done embossing, we'll move that out of the way. Okay, so this is going to take a minute, all right? And wait till you see the magic happen. It's just absolutely fabulous. My heat gun's got a short leash. Okay, let's see if you can see. I like to just kind of keep it moving, and you're going to see, especially with this one, I'm going to just put my finger there to hold it. You're going to see it just start turning color, where it's going to get darker. See it turning. That embossing powder is melting, and it's just turning it into fabulousness. And you're going to see, I'll hold it up closer, that not everything got the powder on it, which is what I really wanted. I didn't want the whole thing completely embossed. All right, and it doesn't take long. I just kind of forget to use my heat embossing. And I should pull it out more often and emboss words and all kinds of fun stuff. And I guess it's not on my desk, right? It's not within eye shot. All right, so let's set that aside and let's do this. All right, I'm gonna move my finger around. This one you might not see as much because we didn't add any ink to this. All right, let's do this. I know what I should have done with this one. Should add some white ink to this one. Okay, we are done. See, you can see like this, some of the paper on the back is kind of like shining through. You know, you can see like a little tint to it. But doesn't that look? Let's see if we can get the shine to this or not. There we go. It's in the light now. Look how shiny that is. I absolutely love this. And then look at this one. Look at the two compared. Isn't that just fabulous? This one's really, really shiny with the apricot or the peach pie just really makes this pop. Isn't that fun? Okay, let's move this out of the way and we will put at least one card together. And then this is some backing out of paper or something. So these come in handy if you save a few. Okay, just to use like to heating up stuff. Okay, we're going to, put this one together. Let's adhere it to this peach pie background. Cardstock mat. We're using the same sizes. The designer paper is 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and the cardstock is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, I'm so used to having people watching me or commenting and everything, so it is weird to do it all by myself. Okay, and if you love tutorials, I'm going to try to do this one as a tutorial, okay? It's not that hard. I think we'll do it with the clear and embossing, or with the ink. This one here will be with the tutorial. Okay, we're going to pull in this fabulous silver and white sheer ribbon. It's still available in the online store, so don't forget to grab yours. Okay, I have to add a few more spools because I absolutely love this ribbon. It ties so beautifully and it just gives that little bit of sparkle for your projects. Okay, we're going to tie a nice pretty bow here. Love making bows. Let's tighten up our loopies here. Here we go. This one's a little long. Okay, let's move this over a little bit. Okay, let's give it a little snip. There we go. All right, it's looking like a card, isn't it? Let's add some dimensionals on the back here, and then we're going to put it on a piece of thick basic white that is 4 1/4 by 11 inches. All right, here we go. Okay, so just adhere it onto here. And then I've used, this is back in stock, this punch, point label punch, or to the point, I think it's point label punch. Something to that effect is back in stock. It was out of stock, and so if you've been waiting for that, go grab it and add it to your cart along with this embossing folder, right? Because it's just fabulous, and you're going to want to have it before it sells out. And who knows when that will be. All right, we had just a couple gems there of basic rhinestones. And look at that. Okay, let's look at these other two. So I do have one done where I've embossed it. All right. And then we have this one right here. So what one do you like better? Do you just like it unembossed with the ink highlighted, or just clear embossing on this one, or added a little texture by adding more the peach pie and embossing powder? So make sure to leave in the comments which one do you like, 1, 2, or 3, our final one. So, but let me share a couple other combinations. So here's one where I use this designer paper here. It's kind of like a combo of peach pie and the pretty in pink. So I highlighted with the peach pie. All right. Here's my other sample with the peach pie. And then here is this right here. I like this one too. This is just clear embossing powder on that one. Now this one is totally different. Now this is, I took the white, or I took Versamark and white embossing powder. That one was probably a little heavy-handed with the Versamark. That's what I mean. You really, really want to be very gentle in doing your swiping, okay? All right, what else do we got here? Oh, this one's pretty too. Look at this one. This is just the clear embossing powder on this one. I started this one. I think this was my first one that I did, and I just fell in love. It just makes that paper simply pop, and it is just gorgeous. I'll have these out for display during the upcoming classes, okay, for people to look at. Okay, wait till you see this one. Look at this one. Okay, this one I did a little differently, and I wouldn't recommend doing it this way. So I embossed it with cherry cobbler cardstock, and then I did clear embossing powder, and then I highlighted with the Memento ink pad over top. And that is not a good thing because the Memento was coming off over top the clear, okay? So do the Memento first and then the clear. Then you want to do some Versamark and then clear, okay? But you have to have something sticky. Normally if you drag the white across, that's enough stickiness. You know, it's your ink, like your Versamark, for the powder to stick to. All right. Okay, well, I so hope that these ideas have inspired you to get out into your craft room. See, if you don't have this embossing folder, see what other embossing folders you have. There's the new sailboat one. There is the floral from last year. That would be fabulous as well. So you can go out and play. You definitely want to have some, you know, open space, okay, to do the dragging part and more of a deboss. Some of them are really close together and they would not work well, like the hibiscus. All right, so you do want something that's kind of like a big pattern, so it gives you space to do the dragging of the ink, okay? All right, so thank you so much for joining me. Next week, this was my Friday live video. Normally I am live at 3 p.m. every Friday, but summer's coming, so I might be trying something different, okay? By doing some recorded videos, okay? I'm not sure if I can pull it off next week because my week is super, super busy, but we will be playing more with this, I don't know, where'd it go? With this fabulous embossing folder, okay? I have more ideas to share with you and I want you to see them all. I was going to do them all in this video, but I thought let's break it up a little bit and I'll get some recording done for next week, okay? All right, everybody, I'll have them set to record at our usual 3 p.m. And if this one goes well, setting it as a premiere, and I'm live in the chat with you, we'll see how it goes, okay? Thanks. Have a great 4th of July and have lots of picnicky food and fireworks if you enjoy fireworks, and of course family. Thanks. Bye-bye.